Hey everyone, welcome to your channel. This is going to be actually one of the most thrilling games between the world champion Gukesh with actually against the Fedoseev. So Vladimir Fedoseev, and here this is actually a very interesting game, one of the most actually interesting games that I saw. I just suggest you to watch this video till the end and you are going to be amazed and excited by this game that they play. Okay, so let's begin. Please don't forget actually to give the thumbs up and actually like this video, and hope you enjoy this video, and please make sure that you have subbed to the channel. We have the move d4. So in this game, Fedoseev is just playing with 5 pieces versus Gukesh, world champion. We have d4, knight to f6, c4, e6, and here knight to f3. So not going for the knight to c3 and bishop to b4, or just the move g6, okay, which is Queen's Indian, and this is just Nimzo Indian. Okay, so we have d5, and after knight to c3 takes. So this is the Queen Gambit except the QGA. So after taking, we have e4, okay, after the move b5. So if you just try to take it, then you're just hanging the pawn on e4. For example, if you take, then knight takes e4 is possible here. So taking is not possible. Instead, e5 is pushed. Then after knight to d5, then knight takes b5 is played. Okay, so we have knight to b6, and after knight to c3 coming back, we have knight to c6, bishop to e3, bishop e7, and after bishop to e2, knight to e7, b3 is played, c takes b3, queen takes on b3, and here bishop to b5 is just threatened. Okay, so knight to f5, bishop b5, c6, bishop to d3, and here we have bishop to e7. Instead, he could actually take on e3, was also possible by him, and bishop to e7, and this position is equal, but a slightly better for white, for Fedoseev. But instead we see, as I just told you, bishop to e7, castles, and now takes on e3, f takes on e3, and here in this position just castles. And now here the threat is the move c5. You cannot take because your bishop is hanging here. Okay, so we have knight to e4 defending this square, and also queen is guarding the bishop on d3. So we have rook to b8, knight to c5, bishop takes on c5. Instead of bishop takes on c5 by Gukesh, he could have actually tried bishop to c8, and here knight to d7 is threatened to remove this annoying knight on c5, and it's also attacking the queen on b3. So, but rook a to c1 can be just played, knight to d7, then we have queen to c3, takes, and you can also take this, I believe, bishop takes on c5, and with the idea of taking this, you cannot take this, because if this queen takes on a3, it's better to take this. And after rook to b3, queen to c5, rook to b5, the position can get something like this equal, okay, but queen to d4 can be played by Fedoseev, and after queen to a3, game continues. But okay, let's go to the main line here, which after bishop takes on c5 was played immediately. we have taken on c5, and here we have knight to d5, queen to a3, so attacking this pawn on a2, a7, okay, sorry. So we have a5 pushing this pawn, rook a to d1, and hereafter queen to c7, bishop to c4, knight to b4. Rook tries to penetrate them, but we have the bishop also exchanged, and here rook to c1 is played. Black can also play rook to b5. Okay, Black's plan is to play rook to b5 to attack this pawn. That's why rook to c1 is played to actually add extra defender to this pawn on c5. So rook to c1, as I just mentioned, knight to b4, and here in this position, sorry, h3 was played. After queen to a7, we have to move e4, queen to a6. Instead of queen to a6, rook to b5 was again possible, okay, to attack this pawn. And here we see actually no way to defend this. If you try, what does happen after this? We have queen to e3, just using this, so you get away with it. Okay, you have to play king to h2, okay, so you are able to play queen to e3. If you don't play king to h2, then it takes with check. Okay, so that's important. Why king to h2 is a very brilliant defense. Okay, so, but that's why actually maybe actually Gukesh saw this plan, that with king to h2, the actually brilliant defensive move, we can say that this plan doesn't work, and he didn't play rook to b5. He surely did actually saw rook to b5 idea attacking just this, but with king to h2 brilliant defense, it just seems to not work because of this queen to e3, okay? But we have queen to a6 by Gukesh, and now after king to f2, 6, rook to c3, just pushing the way 4, rook to d4, so attacking this knight, we have queen to b5 defending, and here adding an other attacker, rook to c4, we have knight coming back, king to g3 was played, and that's why I can call this game very strange, and a lot of brilliances that they made. And instead, why not rook takes on a4? That's the question. It's knight to takes on c5, rook to a5, then we have this check, and then playing this. But here, first we see rook king to g3, and then we see that rook after d8. We have taking, rook takes on d4, knight takes, and attacks the queen here. So we have queen takes on c5, so tricks. So here if you take this, then I just take your knight, so queen takes on c5, knight takes on c5, knight takes on c6, and this position rook to b6, knight d7, checking perfect, rook to c4, knight takes on e4, and rook takes on e4, king takes on e7, and already this position is completely draw, and in this position the draw, because the king is too far and the pawn is too far, and black also has 4-3, which actually is meaningless to actually play this game and continue. This is just easily drawn in especially high levels of chess. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please give the thumbs up, like this video, and make sure that you have subbed to the channel. See you next time. Bye for now.